with the champions, 2018 North Americans, Mike Martin, Adam Lowry. How's it going, guys?
Going great.
It's going pretty good.
So tell us, what's the secret to winning these regattas?
Well, the winning this regatta is practicing here. Like we've been, we have our Team Tuesday program and we sail out of here every Tuesday night, and it's been a really windy season, so we're kind of got ourselves all dialed in for the big breeze, and kind of working for the whole group, because we did well and our training partners Reeve and Jesse did well, and Eric and Parker, they did well too, so it's a big success for everyone.
Okay. Now, this isn't your first rodeo. How long between the two of you have you actually been sailing at 505s?
4 years or so?
Yeah,
5 years?
Yeah.
No, not together just as a team, but between you, how many years?
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Decades for Mike.
Yeah.
And, I sailed him for about 6-7 years as a skipper before I started sailing with Mike. So I guess I got a decade on under my belt too.
Okay, and this boat's a water rat. Could be the last water rat ever built.
Actually, Howie's is newer, so Howie's has the last one ever built. This
They were
is the
twins.
second. Yeah, this is the next to last one.
So you're getting down on the hull manufacturers. You got Rondar. Who else is out there making these things?
Alvington makes them as well, but especially in these conditions, we definitely think the water rat's the quickest. It's without a question, the best construction. So the things are rock solid,
Stiff.
Yeah.
And how much of a difference does a newer, stiffer boat make in these conditions compared to one that's say 5-6 years old?
I don't know, 5.0s are pretty solid, and the minimum weight isn't that low, and they're all honeycomb, and carbon, and they're all solid, so they're all pretty, the hulls don't go soft. This boat's probably 6 years old now, 6 or 7 years old, so they last a long time.
Okay, and on San Francisco Bay, currents are a huge part. Notice some people early on today were going out towards the middle. Probably not the brightest move ever done, but how much attention do you actually pay to where the currents are versus the wind?
Yeah, current was big in this regatta. There were times when we were prioritizing current over wind shifts, and then there were other times when we were prioritizing wind shifts over current. And the difference was really just recognizing how much of a differential there was from one side of the course to the other, or how much of an advantage there would be if you got a current advantage relative to sailing different types of shifts. So that was a big part of the game, and I think Mike hit it on the head. We sail here a lot, so it's kind of second nature for us to go out there and get a real good read of where the current is on the course, and then factor that into our tactical decisions.
How big of shifts were you actually seeing today?
Big.
We saw
30, 40 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, we actually saw as much, from far left to far right, it was like almost 60 degrees.
So it's important to time that and not tack into a header and tack away from one.
It was tough because there are definitely some squirrely ones where you tack and sail 10 seconds and then you get headed again, but you just had to kind of play the macro shifts and maybe sail into them to a few seconds to make sure that they were real, and then make your move based on that.
Well, we noticed at the weather mark you guys always seem to bear off and head off deeper than the boats immediately behind you even, and obviously the boats that get behind there seem either they got a header or they wanted to get on top. I'm not sure which, but it seemed like there were some big headers going on up there as well, big shifts.
It was up there, it was lighter at the weather mark, so it was just sort of a big rush to get out to the pressure, and as soon as you got to the pressure, you can just bear off and go, and so it's whoever got to the pressure first.
Okay, and compare this course on the city front versus the Alcatraz as far as the wind and current shifts and whatnot.
Well, they're really different courses, and actually I think it was fantastic that we sailed 2 days on each course. The Alcatraz course was more out in the open breeze in the bay, steadier breeze, very different current conditions out there, and here closer to shore, the city front course is a lot shiftier, and so you had to be able to adapt to lots of different things that were important in order to go fast, and I think that hopefully everybody really enjoyed the diversity of the racing we had.
Okay, and we started off with 26 boats, and I think we had 16, 17 out on the water today.
Yeah, it's been a tough regatta for a lot of people. San Francisco Bay is windy and it's hard on boats, and I think we had a lot of breakdowns, and a lot of people worn out
hard on
and tired.
people, too.
Yeah, so it's good. You know, it's tough sailing, so good challenging conditions.
Right, and you're heading to Fremantle this winter for the next Worlds, right?
Correct. The Worlds start January 2nd or 3rd, Fremantle, Australia. So we'll kind of train through, you know, as long as we can until we have to load the container and then ship the boat off.
Right, and you're expecting somewhat similar conditions in Fremantle?
Fremantle, last time we went there, we got some of everything. So we're, you know, we're not putting all our eggs in one basket, that's for sure.
Okay, and one last question. Any surprises from new parties in the fleet this year?
Yeah, not really new parties, but you know, like Craig Thompson sailed incredibly well, you know, being a light team, and he's been off in England, so I hadn't been sailing that much, so he did great. And you know, we were really happy to, as I said before, our tuning partners, you know, we're both top 5, so we're really happy with that as well.
Okay, all right, thanks guys.
All right.
Thanks.